Members, a judgment of acquittal or dismissal on all articles of impeachment satisfies Texas Constitution Article 15, Section 5.
The votes are in. Attorney General Ken Paxton is officially reinstated as the state's top lawyer after a jury of Texas senators dismissed all articles of impeachment in this trial. Now we're asking what's next for the embattled AG. Kelsey Sanchez explains the steps moving forward and why his legal troubles may not be over just yet.
Attorney General Warren Kenneth Paxton Jr. is hereby, at this moment, reinstated to office.
After nearly 2 weeks of witness testimony and deliberation in the Senate, Attorney General Ken Paxton will remain the state's top lawyer.
We should not have had to prove our innocence, but that's what we did. And we believe that the court reached the right verdict.
The trial, which divided the Republican Party and put Paxton's integrity in question, centered on allegations of abuse of power and bribery, mostly involving Nate Paul, an Austin real estate developer who was Paxton's donor and friend. In the end, the majority of senators were not convinced.
And while I disagree with the decision of a minority of senators to excuse Mr. Paxton's abuses of office, I know that we presented a factual, credible case that honored the standard to which all elected officials should be held.
It should have never happened, and hopefully we'll get the changes made this next session so that this never happens again.
Speaker of the House Dade Phelan called out Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, stating his, quote, bias was put on full display after being silent throughout the trial. However, noting this is not the end of the line for Paxton, saying, quote, Ken Paxton is the subject of multiple other lawsuits, indictments, and investigations. If new facts continue to come out, those who allowed him to keep his office will have much to answer for, end quote. However, the lieutenant governor blasted the House for wasting money on a case he feels shouldn't have been filed in the first place.
In the House, the vote to send the articles of impeachment against the Attorney General to the Senate happened in only a few days, with virtually no time for 150 members to even study the articles.
Regardless of the outcome, the House impeachment managers are standing their ground that the evidence presented was factual and done to their best ability.
And I just hope that the people of Texas will know that the people that they elected from the Texas House took our job seriously. We followed the rules, we followed the ethics, and the rules that were put in place for us to do it, we followed it.
That was Kelsey Sanchez reporting. Now, Lieutenant Governor Patrick says he is ordering an audit onto how much money was spent in the investigation and trial. Paxton is set to make his first public comments next week on Tucker Carlson.